Today we're talking about the game of politics. Not the surface level stuff. Not the social media arguments. Not the team jerseys people put on of red team, blue team, Democrat or Republican. But the truth we have to admit, and that's that these people are all on the same team. I'm talking about the real game, the strategy, the manipulation, the incentives, and the power plays that shape everything around us. And I'm speaking straight from my perspective. The way I see it, the way I analyze it, and the way I talk about it. Politics is a game, and most people don't know they're playing. Let me start with something that I know. Politics can be complicated. It is a game, a strategic, intentional, well-funded game. But most people, they're not playing. They're reacting. They're arguing. They're defending. They're fighting strangers online. Meanwhile, the people who actually run the system, the donors, the consultants, the strategists, the lobbyists, they're playing chess while the public is stuck debating checkers. Politics is everywhere, even when you're not thinking about it. Politics is not just speeches. Politics is not just debates. Politics is the rules you live under. Politics is the systems you navigate. Politics is the decisions made by people you'll never meet. It's in your rent. It's in your food prices. It's in your health care. It's in your neighborhood. It's in your kids' schools. People think politics is something happening out there, but it's happening right here every single day. The game pieces include the media, money, and lots of manipulation. Let's talk about the pieces on the board. Because politics is not just politicians, it's a whole ecosystem. Media is the first game piece on the board. It's important because this is how information is spread. Whether good or bad, whether it's fake or true, the media has been used as a propaganda tool, and it's very persuasive to those who are not well informed about what's really happening. Media is not neutral. Media is not objective. Media is not just reporting. Media is a player in the game. They shape narratives. They decide what's important. They decide what's invisible. They don't just tell you what happened. They tell you what to think about what happened. Let's talk about the money in politics. Money is the real power in politics. Campaigns cost money. Influence costs money. Access costs money. People with money don't donate, they invest. They expect returns. They expect influence. They expect policy outcomes. If you want to understand politics, follow the money. Manipulation is how the will of the people is distorted. Now, let's talk about it because this is where the game gets dirty. Politicians don't just persuade. They target. They segment. They test messages. They use data. They use psychology. They know exactly what emotional buttons to push to get people to vote, argue, fight, or disengage. That's why they don't even offer you policy anymore. They try to sway you by your emotions. They study you to see what buttons to push, and they have been successful in this because most people refuse to take the emotions out of politics and measure politicians by their results and their actions. And the wild part? Most people don't even realize they're being played. Do you know why people get caught up in the game? People get caught up in politics because it taps into identity. Things like race, religion, class, gender, region, culture. People feel like their political side represents who they are, so when someone disagrees, they take it personally. I like to say that none of this is personal, it's just business. The people should start treating it as such because that's how they see us, as a business, as pawns on this political chessboard, the means to gain power. That's it and that's all. It bothers me when people think that politicians care about them. I need to bust your bubble right now. These politicians couldn't care less about you. They care about power and proximity to it. That's why if they need something from you, you best get something from them. But here's the truth. Most politicians don't know you. Most politicians don't think about you. Most politicians don't live like you. They're playing a game with each other, and the public is the scoreboard. My take is politics is about power, not people. From everything I have watched, studied, and broken down, politics is about power, not people. People are the talking points. People are the marketing. People are the justification. But power is the goal. Power is the currency. Power is the prize. So what should we really pay attention to? Here's what matters more than the drama. 1. Policy over personality. Stop focusing on who you like. Start focusing on what they do. 2. Local politics over national drama. Your city council affects your life more than the president in most cases. 3. Money trails over speeches. Follow the donors, not the slogans. 4. Outcomes over promises. Judge politicians by results, not vibes. No, the game isn't fair, but you can learn the rules. I'm just being real. The game isn't fair. It wasn't designed to be fair, but you can learn the rules. You can learn the players. You can learn the incentives. You can learn the strategies. And once you understand the game, you stop being a pawn. You make demands in exchange for your vote. You stop thinking that these politicians are going to change the game, because they're not. This game benefits them, so you and I, have to put pressure on them because things will only change when we make them change. What do I want people to do? I want people to stop being used as political talking points and start being political forces. I want people to understand the game. I want people to stop falling for emotional manipulation. I want people to stop voting out of fear or guilt. I want people to start demanding results. And I want people to build power, real power, through knowledge, organization, and awareness. So when I say the game of politics, I'm not talking about Democrats versus Republicans. I'm talking about the system, the incentives, the players, the strategies, the manipulation, the power. And I'm talking about how we regular people can stop being spectators and start being strategists. Because once you understand the game, you stop being played. This is Politics in Pieces, breaking it down piece by piece. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.